Bitcoin exactly bounced towards the upside like I've been saying for days now, and I just hit my take profit target. And on today's video I will be quickly talking about where I think Bitcoin is heading towards next, what are my next resistance slash support targets, where is the liquidity currently building up, and more important charts and news events that we need to discuss on today's update video. So without any further ado guys, don't forget to slap on that like button back up of 1000 likes, because we have literally predicted this entire move from top to bottom. At the $48,000 we turned bearish, here at the exact bottom we turned bullish, and right now I just hit my take profit target and Bitcoin is already $500 down. So make sure to slap on that like button back above 1000 likes, and with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So like I also said in yesterday's video, if we break above this red box of resistance, then I expect Bitcoin is going to be going back up to 42,000 US dollars. And actually we exactly hit my target of that previous high in the market, because here this was the previous high I was aiming at, this 42.2k level as my big level of resistance. And I thought maybe Bitcoin is already going to get rejected a little bit lower, because if you've been following me on Twitter, you do know that I took all my profits on 41.9k, not all, but like 90% of my profits, 99%. And right now I still have a very small trade open with only $42, what is of course absolutely nothing right now, because I already closed in more than $14,000 in profit, like you can see. So we'll be closing this final trade as well anytime soon here. But just to show you guys that I have been taking my profit here on the top side, and I personally think that there is a very big possibility that Bitcoin right now is going to be going down again here, even though we indeed created a V-shaped recovery. And right now what I need to do is just give the price some time. I think that over the course of this weekend Bitcoin will most likely go sideways and consolidate a little bit here, and after that I could start to see what the next direction for Bitcoin is going to be. I will be expecting that over the coming 2 days Bitcoin is going to be consolidating between 42.2k and 41.2k, somewhere in this region right here. And if we create maybe a bullish continuation pattern, I will be expecting it's going to be going higher. But for now it's very hard for me to say where it is exactly going towards, since there is no liquidity building up on the top or lower side, and for me it's very hard to say where it's exactly going to go next towards. But of course I will talk about that more later in the video, where the probabilities are laying. So I mean, we have been exactly turning bullish here on the lower side, because that was my buy region, and that was exactly below all the liquidity. Now I need to give the chart some rest to give me the opportunity to see what the next big move is going to be. And on the next big move I will be once again announcing my trade I will be opening, because I literally stated many times before what I was thinking was going to be happening with Bitcoin, and I said it on my YouTube channel, I said it on Twitter. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to be knowing more about that. So currently we can see that of course Bitcoin broke that 4-hourly downward sloping resistance line, and if you're just doing an analysis here on the 4-hourly chart, you can clearly see that Bitcoin potentially is not even breaking above this level right here yet. So I still want to be saying, please be careful, don't be the one that's flipping bullish right now here. I mean, I was the one that flipped bullish on the bottom, and if you're flipping right now bullish here at resistance, it is just a little bit more risky. And I personally still think there is a potential scenario, and the scenario likelihood is, in my opinion, quite big, that Bitcoin is just going to create a lower low. And if Bitcoin were to be creating a lower low, I will be the one that is going to be opening up new long positions if that were to be happening. So James Stafford, the Bloomberg analyst, also just quote tweeted BitMEX research, and BitMEX research literally stated that GBTC had only got an outflow of 255 million US dollars, and that was the lowest outflow ever since day one. And that is of course quite a good development, because yeah, the reason why Bitcoin was also going down so heavily was due to the fact of Grayscale selling off so much Bitcoin, and right now it finally looks like it is starting to slow down, and that is maybe also one of the reasons why Bitcoin started to move towards the upside. But of course, like I stated yesterday in my video, there was $1 billion US in liquidity piling up on the top side, so it was likely all that liquidity was going to get grabbed, and now potentially I think that Bitcoin could go even lower again here. And many would say this is a bullish V-shaped recovery structure, and I would definitely say I agree, but usually most people are going to get fooled, and that is why I think there is a very big likelihood that Bitcoin is actually going to get another move towards the downside. downside. So don't be fooled about that. And for me to really predict what the next move is, I need to let the chart rest a little bit more here, because right now I just can't clearly see where liquidity is building up and where the most likeliest move is going to head towards next. So if I don't know it with 100%, I am not going to say it so hard on my channel. But of course, like you know, if you've been subscribed, I've literally been bearish this entire move towards the downside, because I knew that 39k was coming, and I knew that Bitcoin was bottoming right here. But now I just need to give the chart some time. So looking at my trade, guys, I mean, I currently closed down my trade with 14k in profit. If you want to be trading yourself as well, make sure to go to the link description of today's video, where you can currently get a free $1,000 trade, and you only need to deposit $100 to be able to be claiming this insane trade. And this deposit bonus will be ending in 4 days and 15 hours from now on. So this is literally your last chance to grab it, and all you need to do is go to the link description of today's video, sign up an account using the link below, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and you could be claiming this free $1,000 position. So make sure to be quick. Further on, we can see that Bitcoin, of course, bounced on the daily time frame exactly from my daily support target. And right now, it looks to be that on the daily time frame, Bitcoin is fighting against that EMA ribbon here. And the question really remains, can we break above it or not? And of course, if I do see that continuation for Bitcoin above this range right here, and potentially get a rejection from that previous high right here, and then move down, then I could potentially say, I think we're going to be going up higher. But for now on, the most likely scenario, what I will be expecting is that Bitcoin is going to consolidate over the course of the weekend, and then potentially is going to be having another downturn, because yeah, we're just trading in a bearish trend here. As long as the trend proves me otherwise, I would remain to be bearish in this trend. So I don't think that this is smart. So I don't believe it's extremely smart to be flipping bullish in a bearish trend until the trend is clearly reversed. So further on, we can see that basically Bitcoin, of course, still is getting rejected from that resistance level of that 48,000 US dollars. And of course, we do know that in 76 days from now on, the Bitcoin halving is going to be there. And I said this as well in yesterday's video. I still think we're going to get one final run up before the Bitcoin halving, and I think it's going to be happening somewhere approximately in March, maybe at the end of February. But I still think that we could get 3 weeks of price suppression before getting absolute takeoff on Bitcoin. So that is my expectation. That is what I think is going to be happening. If I look at the cycle, I think that it makes more sense that usually like 4 to 6 weeks before the Bitcoin halving, you tend to see that small little run up, and that is going to be somewhere in the beginning of March to the end of February. So that is a little bit my time horizon on how I expect it's going to be playing out. But just like you see in every single cycle, basically Bitcoin tends to be breaking its all-time high just months after the Bitcoin halving. And I think that is once again what is going to be happening. I think that Bitcoin is going to be seeing like this slight run up, then a small correction, and then a big bull run. And it's going to be in approximately 6 months after the halving where we're expecting the Bitcoin price action is going to set a new all-time high. I mean, literally the only reason why I've been trading Bitcoin is to accumulate more crypto and to be able to be buying more Bitcoin with it. So that is the only reason why I'm doing it. But this was it for me in today's update video, guys. I still think that the more likelihood is that we're going to consolidate over the course of this weekend, and then at the end of the weekend see another turn towards the downside. But of course, as the weekend progresses, I will give you guys a more detailed projection where I think Bitcoin is heading towards. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, smash up the bell notification, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.